Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Vrinda Devi Tulsi Maharani Jaya Vrinda Devi Tulsi Maharani ki
Vishnu Bhakti Prati Devi Satyavajana Namo Namaha Vrindaya Vishnu Bhakti Prati Devi Satyavajana Namo Namaha Vrindaya Tulsi Deva Priya Kesavasya Vishnu Bhakti Prati Devi Satyavajana Namo Namaha Vrindaya Tulsi Deva Priya Kesavasya Vishnu Bhakti Prati Devi Satyavajana Namo Namaha Tulsi Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Nityalaya Vishnu Vishupad Brahmansa Parivajikacharya Stota Siddha Shri Shrimad Divine Loving Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananda Koti Vishnu Ki Jai ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Namachara Shri Haridas Thakur ki, Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki, Shri Vrindavan Dhama ki, Shri Mayapur Navadvitam ki, Shri Gangamai Jamuna Mai ki, Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Riha Madanga Transcendental Krishna ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakti. All glories to the Son of the devotee. All glories to the Son of the devotee. All glories to the Son of the devotees. Okay, so we're reading, starting on chapter 17, a new book, The Lord Travels to Vrindavan. So I'm going to read the summary study and then go on to the verses. The following summary of the 17th chapter is given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Amrita Pravaha Bhasya. After attending the Ratha Yatra ceremony of Sri Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to start for Vrindavan. Sri Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar Goswami selected a Brahmana named Balabhadra Bhattacharya to personally assist Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Early in the morning before sunrise, the Lord started for the town of Kataka. North of Kataka, he penetrated a dense forest and came upon many tigers and elephants, whom he engaged in chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, Maha Mantra. Whenever he had a chance to visit a village, he would beg alms and acquire some rice and vegetables. If there were no village, he would cook whatever rice remained and collected some spinach from the forest to eat. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased with the behavior of Balabhadra Bhattacharya. In this way, the Lord passed through the jungle of Jharkhanda and finally reached Varanasi. After taking his bath at the Mani Karnika Ghat at Varanasi, he met Tapan Mishra, who took the Lord to his place and respectfully gave him a comfortable residence. At Varanasi, Vaidya Chandrasekhar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's old friend, also rendered service unto him. Seeing the behavior of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a Maharashtrian Brahmin named Prakashananda Saraswati, the leader of the Mayavad sannyasis, Prakashananda made various accusations against the Lord. The Maharashtriya Brahmin was very sorry about this, and he brought the news to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, inquiring from him why the Mayavadi sannyasis did not utter the holy name of Krishna. In reply, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that they were offenders and that one should not associate with them. In this way, the Lord bestowed his blessings upon the Brahmin. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next passed through Prayag and Mathura, and then took his lunch at the home of a Shandodiya Brahmana, a disciple of Madhavinder Puri. He bestowed his blessings upon the Brahmana by accepting lunch at his place. Thereafter, the Lord visited the 12 forests of Vrindavan and was filled with great ecstatic love. As he toured the Vrindavan forest, he heard the chirping of parrots and other birds. Okay, I have a request. If someone could keep track of the time and raise their hand at 10 after 7. So I want to ask for questions. Okay? Like that? Is that good? Okay. Oh, got it. Okay, text number 1. On his way to Vrindavan, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed through the forest of Jharkhanda and made all the tigers, elephants, deers, and birds chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and dance. Thus all these animals were overwhelmed by ecstatic love. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Nityananda. All glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of the Lord. When autumn arrived, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to go to Vrindavan. In a solitary place, he consulted with Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar Goswami. The Lord requested Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar Goswami to help him go to Vrindavan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I shall leave early in the morning and go incognito, taking the road through the forest. I shall go alone, and I shall not take anyone with me. If someone wants to follow me, please stop him. I don't want anyone to go with me. Please give me your permission with great pleasure, and do not be unhappy. If you are happy, I shall be happy on my way to Vrindavan. Upon hearing this, Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar Goswami replied, Dear Lord, you are completely independent. Since you are not dependent on anyone, you will do whatever you desire. Dear Lord, kindly hear our one petition. You have already said that you will derive happiness from our happiness. This is your own statement. If you will please accept just one request, we shall be very, very happy. Our Lord, please take one very nice Brahmana with you. He will collect alms for you, cook for you, give you prasadam, and carry your water pot while traveling. When you go through the jungle, there will be no Brahmana available from whom you can accept lunch. Therefore, please give permission for at least one pure Brahmana to accompany you. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I shall not take any of my associates with me, because if I choose someone, all the others will be unhappy. Such a person must be a new man, and he must have a peaceful mind. If I can obtain such a man, I shall agree to take him with me. Purport. Formerly, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to South India, a Brahmana named Kala Krishna Das went with him. Kala Krishna Das fell victim to a woman, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to take the trouble to free him from the clutches of the gypsies. Therefore, the Lord here says that he wants a new man who is peaceful in mind. One whose mind is not peaceful is agitated by certain drives, especially sex desire, even though he be in the company of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Such a man will become a victim of women and will fall down even in the company of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Maya is so strong that unless one is determined not to fall victim, even the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot give protection. The Supreme Lord and his representative always want to give protection, but a person must take advantage of their personal contact. If one thinks that the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his representative is an ordinary man, he will fall down. Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not want a person like Kala Krishnadas to accompany him. He wanted someone who was determined, who had a peaceful mind, and who was not agitated by ulterior motives. So here Srila Prabhupada in the purport is giving a very important point about Maya being very strong and one can fall victim very easily. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave one instruction when he was asked, he was giving counsel to one of his disciples who had a daughter, and the daughter asked, could I please take darshan with you personally, just speak alone? And he replied, no, I will not do that. That is against my principles. So this should be also the standard that we have in our Hare Krishna movement. We've seen many victims of different renunciates that did not take heed to this very important instruction that one should not sit in a room or be alone with anyone, any lady, a man with any lady who is not their wife, even their mother or even their daughter. So this is a very important instruction to help us understand the proper etiquette and also the and also have protection from Maya's embrace. Maya is very tricky. She's very strong, and she will come in different forms. Okay, text number 15. Swarup Damodar then said, here is Balabhadra Bhattacharya, who has great love for you. He is an honest, learned scholar, and he is advanced in Krishna consciousness. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted a new man, not a person like Kala Krishnadas, who would fall for women. Swarup Damodar therefore immediately pointed out a new Brahmana named Balabhadra Bhattacharya. Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami had studied this person very thoroughly and had seen that he had great love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not only did he love the Lord, but he was also learned and honest. He was not duplicitous, and he was advanced in Krishna consciousness. According to a Bengali proverb, Ati Bhakti Korire Lakshana, too much devotion is a symptom of a thief. A person who assumes himself to be a great devotee, but mentally is thinking of something else, is duplicitous. One who is not duplicitous is called sadhu. Swarup Damodar immediately pointed out that Balabhadra Bhattacharya was quite fit to accompany the Lord because he was a learned scholar and was simple and had great love for Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was also advanced in Krishna consciousness. Therefore, he was considered appropriate for accompanying the Lord as a personal servant. The words snigdha, very peaceful, and snigdha, affectionate, are used in verses 14 and 15 respectively, and they are also found in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 8. Bruya snigdasya shishyasya guravo guyam apyatu. A disciple who has actual love for his spiritual master is endowed by the blessings of the spiritual master with all confidential knowledge. Srila Sridhar Swami has commented that the word snigdasya means premavata. The word premavata indicates that one has great love for his spiritual master. So this is a very important point, that this is called Guru Nishtha, when one is very, very extremely attached to the spiritual master and has great love for his spiritual master. Just over the last 50 years that I've known Bir Krishna Maharaj, one of his great qualities is you can see that he has a very great love and attachment for Srila Prabhupada, and that shows in his dedication and his service to Srila Prabhupada. Text 16. In the beginning he came with you from Bengal. It is his desire to visit and see all the holy places of pilgrimage. So this is Balabhadra Bhattacharya, a very first-class Brahmana. In addition, you may take another Brahmana who will act as a servant en route and make arrangements for your food. If you can also take him with you, we will be very happy. If 2 people go with you through the jungle, there will certainly be no difficulty or inconvenience. The other Brahmana who can carry your cloth and water pot, and Balabhadra Bhattacharya will collect alms and cook for you. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the request of Swarup Damodar Pandit and agreed to take Balabha Bhattacharya with him. On the previous night, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had visited Lord Jagannath and taken his permission. Now, near the end of the night, the Lord got up and started immediately. He was not seen by others. This is very important. By seeing the actions of Lord Chaitanya, we can derive some protocol in our life. That just like yesterday I was here and Mother Leela Shakti and her daughter came in the temple and taking the blessings of Shri Radha Golokananda just before they left to New Vrindavan. So this is very important that we remember Krishna is in control, and before we take a pilgrimage to see all the holy places, we also take darshan and take the mercy of the Lord. Text 17. In addition, you may take another Brahmana who will act as a servant en route and make arrangements for your food. If you can also take him with you, we will be very happy. If 2 people go with you through the jungle, there will certainly be no difficulty or inconvenience. The other Brahmana can carry your cloth and water pot, and Balabhadra Bhattacharya will collect alms and cook for you. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the request of Swarup Damodar Pandit and agreed to take Balabhadra Bhattacharya with him. On the previous night, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had visited Lord Jagannath. Oh, here we go again. Now, near the end of the night, the Lord got up and started immediately. He was not seen by others. Because the Lord had departed, the devotees, unable to see him early in the morning, began to search for him with great anxiety. While all the devotees were searching for the Lord, Swarup Damodar restrained them. Then everyone fell silent, knowing the mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord abandoned walking on the well-known public road and went instead along a bypass. He thus kept the city of Kataka on his right as he entered the forest. So, does everyone know why he avoided the well-known the walking road where lots of people were? I think it was on a previous trip, he was going on the public road. I think about 10,000 people followed him. So this is not recommended, especially if you're just going to Vrindavan. When the Lord passed through the solitary forest, chanting the holy name of Krishna, the tigers and elephants, seeing him, gave way. When the Lord passed through the jungle in great ecstasy, packs of tigers, elephants, rhinoceroses, and boars came, and the Lord passed right through them. Balabhadra Bhattacharya was very much afraid to see them, but by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's influence, all the animals stood to one side. One day, a tiger was lying on the path, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, walking along the path in ecstatic love, touched the tiger with his feet. The Lord said, "Chant the holy name of Krishna." The tiger immediately got up and began to dance and chant, "Krishna, Krishna." Another day, while Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was bathing in a river, a herd of maddened elephants came there to drink water. While the Lord was bathing and murmuring the Gayatri mantra, the elephants came before him. The Lord immediately splashed some water on the elephants and asked them to chant the name of Krishna. Purport: Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, playing the part of a very great advanced devotee. On the Mahabhagavat platform, the devotee makes no distinction between friends and enemies. On that platform, he sees everyone as a servant of Krishna. as stated in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, text 18. Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmane Gave Hastini Shuni Chaiva Swapakocha Pandita Samadarshanaha. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, an elephant, a cow, a dog, and a dog-eater, outcast. A Mahabhagavat, being learned and advanced in spiritual consciousness, sees no difference between a tiger, an elephant, or a learned scholar. The test of advanced spiritual consciousness is that one becomes fearless. He envies no one, and he is always engaged in the Lord's service. He sees every living entity as an eternal part and parcel of the Lord, rendering service according to his capacity by the will of the Supreme Lord. As Krishna confirms in the Bhagavad Gita 15:15, Sarvasya chaham riddhi sanivishto matak smritir jnanam apohanam cha. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. The Mahabhagavat knows that Krishna is in everyone's heart. Krishna is dictating, and the living entity is following his dictations. Krishna is in the heart of the tiger, elephant, and boar. Therefore, Krishna tells them, here is a Mahabhagavat, please do not disturb him. Why then should the animals be envious of such a great personality? Those who are neophytes, and even those who are a little progressed in devotional service, should not try to imitate the Mahabhagavat. Rather, they should only follow in his footsteps. The word anukara means imitating, and anusara means trying to follow in the footsteps. We should not try to imitate the activities of a Mahabhagavat or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Our best efforts should be exerted in trying to follow them according to our own ability. The Mahabhagavat's heart is completely freed from material contamination, and he can become very dear even to fierce animals like tigers and elephants. Indeed, the Mahabhagavat treats them as his very intimate friends. Can you imagine that? His intimate friends, the tigers, the elephants. On this platform, there is no question of envy. When the Lord was passing through the forest, he was in ecstasy, thinking the forest to be Vrindavan. He was simply searching for Krishna. The elephants, whose bodies were touched by the water splashed by the Lord, began to chant, Krishna, Krishna, and dance and sing in ecstasy. Some of the elephants fell to the ground, and some screamed in ecstasy. Seeing this, Balabhadra Bhattacharya was completely astonished. Sometimes Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted very loudly while passing through the jungle. Hearing his sweet voice, all the does came near him. Those are the deer. Hearing the Lord's great vibration, all the does followed him left and right. While reciting a verse with great curiosity, the Lord patted them. Blessed are all these foolish deer, because they have approached Maharaj Nanda's son, who is gorgeously dressed and is playing on his flute. Indeed, both the does and the bucks worship the Lord with looks of love and affection. So this is Lord Chaitanya remembering this pastime, which is in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, text, chapter 21, text 11, which was actually spoken by the gopis of Vrindavan. While Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was passing through the jungle, 5 or 7 tigers came. Joining the deer, the tigers began to follow the Lord. Seeing the tigers and deer following him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately remembered the land of Vrindavan. He then began to recite a verse describing the transcendental quality of Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the transcendental abode of the Lord. There is no hunger, anger, or thirst there. Though naturally inimical, human beings and fierce animals live together there in transcendental friendship. Purport: this is a statement from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, text 13, chapter 13, text 60. After stealing the cowherd boys and calves of Sri Krishna, Lord Brahma kept them asleep and hid them. After a moment, Rama returned to see Krishna's condition. When he saw that Krishna was still busy with his cowherd boyfriends and animals and was not disturbed, Lord Brahma appreciated the transcendental opulence of Vrindavan. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Chant Krishna, Krishna," the tigers and deer began to chant Krishna, Krishna, and dance. When all the tigers and does danced and jumped, Balabhadra Bhattacharya saw them and was struck with wonder. Indeed, the tigers and deer began to embrace one another, and touching mouths, they began to kiss. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw all this fun, he began to smile. Finally, he left the animals and continued on his way. You believe that? The tigers and the deer were kissing. Amazing. This is the potency of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Reading from text 44. Various birds, including the peacock, saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and began to follow him. Chanting and dancing, they were all maddened by the holy name of Krishna. When the Lord loudly chanted, "Haribo!" the trees and creepers became jubilant to hear him. Purport: the loud chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is so powerful that it can even penetrate the ears, like of trees and creepers. The trees and creepers also have ears. That's why Prabhupada said, when you're chanting on a walk, chant loudly. So what to speak of those animals and human beings? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once asked Haridas Thakur how trees and plants could be delivered. And Haridas Thakur replied that the loud chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra would benefit not only trees and plants, but insects and all living beings. One should therefore not be disturbed by the loud chanting of Hare Krishna, for it is beneficial not only to the chanter, but to everyone who gets an opportunity to hear. So everyone will get such an opportunity today if you join us on Harinam. That even if you don't see a lot of people, if the trees, the grass, the insects, everyone is benefited by the loud chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Text 46. Thus, all living entities in the forest of Jharkhanda, some moving, some standing still, became maddened by hearing the holy name of Lord Krishna vibrated by Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The great forest of Jharkhanda is a great tract of land, including Atagada, Denkana, Angahula, Lahara, Kianj, Radha, Bamada, Bonai, Gangapura, Chota Nagapura, Yasapura, and Saraguja. All these places, which are covered with mountains and jungles, are known as the Jarikhanda forest. In all the villages through which the Lord passed, and in all the places he rested on his journey, everyone was purified and awakened in ecstatic love of God. Can you believe it? Getting the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When someone heard the chanting of the holy name from the mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and someone else heard this chanting from that second person, someone again heard this chanting from the third person, everyone in all countries became a Vaishnava through such disciplic succession. Thus everyone chanted the holy name of Krishna and Hari, and they danced, cried, and smiled. Purport: the transcendental potency of the Hare Krishna mantra is herein explained. First, the holy name is vibrated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When someone hears from him directly, he is purified. When another person hears from that person, he also is purified. In this way, the purification process is advanced among pure devotees. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and no one can claim his potency. Nonetheless, if one is a pure devotee, hundreds and thousands of men can be purified by his vibration. This potency is within every living being, provided he chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra offensively and without material motives. When a pure devotee chants offensively, another person will become a Vaishnava, and from him another Vaishnava will emerge. This is the Parampara system. So we can remember this was the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, how he just went to Tompkins Square Park and started chanting Hare Krishna. And from him was created the Hare Krishna explosion. If you go to New York, there's a tree where Prabhupada chanted under. It has a special historical marker on it. I don't know what the words say, something like, what? Yeah, the Hare Krishna tree. And there's a placard on there put on by the city of New York. So this is the process. Srila Prabhupada started the Hare Krishna movement doing exactly this. Why did so many people become purified? Because Srila Prabhupada was chanting and they became attracted. He didn't have any drums, or he just had the holy name and a pair of kartals, and the Hare Krishna explosion is all history. Text number 50. The Lord did not always manifest his ecstasy. Being afraid of the great assembly of people, the Lord kept his ecstasy concealed. Now, do we have any comments or questions at this point? We got 5 minutes. Any? Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not manifest his natural ecstatic love, everyone became a pure devotee simply by seeing and hearing him. Srila Rupa Goswami has described Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Mahavadanyaya Avatar, the most munificent incarnation. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not physically present now, simply by chanting his holy name, Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, People throughout the world are becoming devotees. This is due, Prabhupada, I say it again, this is due to the ecstatic chanting of the holy name of the Lord. On this note, I can remember when I first joined, 6 days a week we went out for 9 hours. And the devotees from the temple brought us lunch. And that was the high point of my spiritual devotional career. So people throughout the world are becoming devotees simply by this chanting. It is said that a pure devotee can see the Lord at every moment, and because of this, he is empowered by the Lord. This is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita 5:38. Premanjana charita bhakti vilochanena santak sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago, but it cannot be said that now the potency of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is less than it was in his presence. By hearing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through the Parampara system, one can be purified. Therefore, in this verse, it is said, Tatapi Tanra Darshana Shravana Prabhave. It is not that everyone is able to see Krishna or Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu physically, but if one hears him about him through books like Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and through the Parampara system of pure Vaishnavas, there is no difficulty in becoming a pure Vaishnava, free from mundane desires and personal motivations. Text 52. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally toured Bengal, East Bengal, Orissa, and the southern countries, and he delivered all kinds of people by spreading Krishna consciousness. So here in the previous purport, Prabhupada is explaining the potency of the holy name is no less now than it was when he appeared and when Srila Prabhupada appeared. The holy name is pure and potent by its natural, because Krishna says, Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtana. In this age of Kali, the holy name has incarnated as Krishna, and this is the bona fide process to achieve Krishna consciousness. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Jharkhand on his way to Mathura, he found that the people there were almost uncivilized and were devoid of God consciousness. The word Bila refers to a class of men belonging to the Beals. The Beals are like black Africans and they are lower than Shudras. Such people live in the jungle and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to meet with them. Does anyone have any comments or questions? Yes. To read the books. Right. So here Mother Rudrani is explaining it's very important that one make it part of their daily sadhana to read Srila Prabhupada's books so that they can be connected with the parampara. And you had a question, Mata? Oh, 1 minute. Yeah, there it is. Jai, all glories to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, all glories to Lord Chaitanya, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Radha Golokananda. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very
Very nice, really wonderful.
I'm always
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Enam Kanvandam Maravindadalaya Taksham Varhavatam Samasitam Buddhasundaram Kandar Akom Vidamaniya Vishesha Shobha Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakalem Priya Priti Manti Vasyanti Vanti Kayanti Chiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami 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 Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Hare Krishna.
Page 39. Jeev Jago, Jeev Jago, Gora Chandra Bole. 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 Kota Nidra Jaya Maya Picha Chira Kole. Kota Nidra Jaya Picha Chira Kole. Baji Bo Bolia Eshe Samsara Bitore. Baji Bo Bolia Eshe Samsara Bitore. Baji Bo Bolia Eshe Samsara Bitore. Bolia Eshe Samsara Bitore. Bulia Bolia Rohile to me. Avidyara Bare Bolia Rohile to me. Avidyara More Tamare Loite Ami. Hoinu Avatara Rayolite Ami. Hoinu Avatara Ami Binu Bandu Ara Keache Tamara Mi Binu Bandu Ara Keache Jaya Shaudi Maya Nashi Barulagi Jaya Shaudi Maya Nashi Barulagi Harinama Maha Mantra loud to me Magi 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 Bhakti Vinoda Prabhu Charane Pariya 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 Say Hari Nama Mantra Loilo Magiya 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 Jeev Jago Jeev Jago Gaurachandra Bole Jeev Jago Jeev Jago Gaurachandra Bole Kota Nidra Jaya Maya Picha Chira Kole Kota Nidra Jaya Maya Picha Chira Mole Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Haribo Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo Nitai Gaur Haribo 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 Nitai Gaur Jaya Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Radhe Jaya Radha Gananda Radha Golokananda Radha Jaya Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Radhe Jaya Radha Gananda Radha Golokananda Radha Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Shri Gaura Nitai ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Golokananda ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Lord Gaurachandra is calling, wake up, sleeping soul, wake up, sleeping soul. How long will you sleep in the lap of the witch called Maya? You have forgotten the way of devotional service and are lost in the cycle of birth and death. I have descended just to save you. I am your only true friend. Other than me, what friend do you have? I have brought the medicine that will wipe out the disease of illusion from which you suffer. Take this great chant for deliverance, Maha Mantra, the names of Hari. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, falling at the Lord's lotus feet, take shelter of the Hari Mantra, the Lord's holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Harinam today at 2:30, from 2:30 to 4:30 in Chapel Hill. We'll be at the post office on Franklin Street. Even if you can only come for a half hour, please come. It'll be a nice day, and there'll be lots of people there because they're playing a football game today. Hare Krishna. Chaito Darpana Marjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Nam Namakari Buddha Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrapita Niyamita Smarane Nakala Etadrishita Vakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrishami Hajjani Nanuraga Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Suhishuna Amani Namana Dena Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadaram Najanam Nasundarim Kavitam Vajagadisha Kamae Mama Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhakti Ahortki Dvayi Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripayata Vabada Pankaja Stita Duli Sadrashim Vachintayam Nainam Galadashu Daraya Varana Paranam Gadgadaridaya Gira, Pulakarnishitam Vapukada, Tavanamagrahane Bhavishyati, Yugayatam Namishena, Chakshusha Pravashayatam, Shunayatam Jagat Sarvam Govindam Virahename, Ashlishyavapadamratam Panastumam, Adarshanam Marmahatakarotuva, Yatatatava Vidadatulam Pato, Mat Prananatastusa Eva Napara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you've invested all your transcendental energies. They're not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth. O Son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Oh, my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when we chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up? And when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? O Govinda, feeling your separation, considering a moment to be like 12 years or more, tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me brokenhearted by not being before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he's always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Sri Shastra Ki Jai. And we'd like to welcome Gyana Gamya Prabhu, who's been away for a very long time, back to New Goloka Dham, and we hope he has a nice visit here with us right this week. How long are you staying, Prabhu? Okay, well, anyway, for the short hours that you're here, thank you for coming. Hare Krishna.